Hello Collective, thanks for joining me. I hope you're all doing well. I'm just preparing some cards for today's little reading. I'm just asking for us to be shown any kind of message that is relevant for the collective to know right now. So remember, this could be energy that you've already moved through and being shown what's to come, or this is energy that you're moving into. So for that reason, please just take that resonates and leave the rest, as not all of the message may be for you, but there may just be a snippet within that is what you're supposed to take on board. Okay, so we have the Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So some kind of progression forward. It feels that a moving forward with an idea or pushing a suggestion forward. Whatever this is, it feels that you're in the flow. So this is why it's presenting as moving forward into calmer times. There may be still something that you're trying to work out, or maybe fine tune something, or final elements need to come together for a completion or a bigger picture or something along those lines. But it feels that you're in a better position now than maybe a couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of months ago. Something feels like it's shifted for you. So let's take a look and see what it's about. We've got here love. So the Five of Pentacles, strength, the Two of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, Six of Wands, and the Five of Wands. Alright, so quite a mixture of thoughts, feelings and emotions here. It's showing something that doesn't feel like something taken or lost, even though we do have an element of that presenting. It feels that something has taken a different direction, so you may have had to have made an adjustment in some way, whether it's to do with a thought process or something that you're working on. Something needed to be changed because it was hitting either a brick wall or not getting results, and so a shift and change needed to happen. So a new approach, I suppose, is what I'm trying to describe. It feels that you still are very passionate about whatever this may represent for you, but there is an element of detachment there coming forward. It feels that you've had to invest either time, money or energy into pushing something forward. Every time I'm feeling you going forward, it feels like there's some kind of resistance that you're pushing up against. So with the strength here, that there's been this working out maybe in your mind of whether you're pushing up against something that needs to be stopped, brought to an end, or whether you're just hitting a bit of a barrier that you need to keep pushing through. It feels that we've got here it turning out to be an element of both. So there could have been some kind of disappointment with the outcome of a situation, or with the way that you were approaching something, or it could literally be that the resistance you were pushing up against is outside people, influence forces, trying to block your way of some kind. For some of you, not all, I am picking up with this Two of Air and this Ten of Swords that there's some kind of monitoring spirits, or there's something that's trying to circulate around you to collect information. So it could be in the shape of particular people, or you could be logged into something that's capturing your information, or someone could be logged into like your emails or something like that. It feels that there's an element of looking into something you're doing, but my feel is that knowingly or unknowingly you've changed something different, and so let's just say a resetting of your password, and then that's kicked people out, or whether it's changed a direction that you would normally, like a route that you would take consistently, always go in the same way. Now you've changed to a different route, or something's different, and this now is stopped whatever this monitoring spirits, this is for some, not all, but whatever these monitoring spirits are, it feels that they're no longer able to see something or get the same information. So yeah, you may be getting a sense of atmosphere changing around you. Feels whatever you're moving forward into, it's got a bit of an eerie feel about it. So that could be how people are receiving you, or just this this silence as you're thinking, contemplating and moving forward to the next bit. So we've got here the Four of Pentacles. So like I'm saying, whatever you've changed, or whatever the way your thinking's now shifted, it's bringing a sense of stability. There does still feel an element of secrecy, so you may have been being aware that something was interfering with either what you were doing or the direction you were heading, and then changed to go a different route or do something different. So there's an element of keeping your cards close to your chest, but whatever it is, it's moving you forward to stability. It's not saying that you've come from instability, but there's a firmer foundation from what you're working with now. We've got here the Six of Wands. So again, recognition and reward. It's showing that whatever this change is, it's still keeping you in harmony with this love element, this open heart. So you could work in the healing profession. I'm also getting some kind of electronics, like electronic engineer, that kind of thing. It feels that whatever you're doing, or it's very technical or technical minded. So you could also be in some kind of problem solving profession, whatever that may be for you. It doesn't have to specifically be, but that's the energy that's coming forward for some of you. Either way, it's just showing here with the basis of this energy coming in that you've made a right decision. It feels like you're in two minds, so you may have come through an element of switching in and out of deciding or decision making. It also feels that there's an element of thinking logically, but also using your all of your senses to feel something out. So you may be also quite receptive to energy. Yeah, it's like there's an expectation. I keep getting, it's like things, it's a bit too quiet, that kind of feel. So as much as whatever you've changed it to be that way, or things have opened out, there's just this silence around you. but there's almost like an eeriness, so it feels your senses are firing on all cylinders, waiting to either be alerted to something or see what's coming forward, or literally just checking that this adjustment or new way of being, thinking is clicking into the correct, is bringing back the correct results that you were expecting it to. So something's just new, it feels. Yeah, it's like a just waiting to see a little bit further if something's worked or if it's bringing back the results that you were expecting. Okay, so I don't know what that one was. So we've got here keeping an open heart after some kind of a disappointment or pushing through. It feels as well, maybe some of you have been through, obviously you've been through things, but it feels like not so much like a Ten of Swords betrayal, but it just feels a disappointment in some kind. So you may be drawing back on past energies in order to get this strength moving forward. We've got here the crown chakra. For some reason when I was just turning that over, it seemed like it was in the reverse, but that's because of this Ten of Swords. So there may have been something where you weren't relying or using your intuition, and that could have turned something into a disappointment for you. Now you're able to see the difference between the two. So for this Four of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, sorry. Yeah, see, every time it's seeming to be like an opposite. So you've got love and you've got the Ten of Swords, which is representing betrayal or a loss or damage or disappointment of some kind, whether it's with a person, an outcome of a situation, or anything. An expectation. But then we've got here the positive movement forward, which is moving you towards stability, but it's on the back of some kind of financial loss or waste of energy. See, this is the thing as well. If you are looking at something like a waste of energy or waste of time or something, then you've got to know that it's like a Ten of Swords, in the sense that it's experience for you to now be able to gauge the two, and that's how you keep the balance between things. We've got here the Strength and the Six of Wands, so it's letting you know that your resilience to keep pushing through, your mental strength, your willpower, and your courage to keep moving forward even when something appears like it should be a defeat of some kind. You're pushing forward, and the result, the win that comes from that, is that you've made a good judgment call and you're being recognized, or you're receiving some kind of benefits from that. So again, something that may look like it was a fail or a waste of time actually turns out to be a blessing in disguise. We've got here the throat chakra, so you may be connected to communication in some way. I did pick up the electrical engineer, telecommunications engineer, something like that. I'm seeing a lot of wires or something that looks technical. So there may be something that you do is quite technical. So for some of you, you could be working on something, or you could already be doing something that was ahead of its time, and that is why it may have felt like it was a fail or heading in the wrong direction, that you were hitting a brick wall for those if they felt that way. But and then you've continued on with just some kind of adjustment or a shift, and now it's it's showing you that something is flowing. So it could be linked to timing. Something you were doing was ahead of its time, so it wasn't being received in the right way, whereas now you're moving forward into a time that people are either understanding the concept or able to see what they would need this for, or that it's like a futuristic, state-of-the-art something that you're working on, and you've had to keep your cards close to your chest for this period of time until you've got it right. Yeah, we've got here the heart chakra. So intuitively being guided forward to communicate about something that you know or do, or a skill set that you have, something you're building, creating, something that is maybe linked to healing or some kind of service, or offering something that people need, something to make people's lives easier for some of you. But the heart center and the love is the full circle, full cycle linking up together. So it's with this strength as well that there's been some kind of healing journey that you've been experiencing alongside, like literally working or doing whatever. There feels like some kind of soul growth. So we've got here authority. So whatever whatever this represents for you, it's bringing forward again that strength for stability. You could be branching out on your own and building your own business from whatever this is, or you could be collaborating with another business, for example, or entity of some kind, and you are being contracted in or subcontracted or whatever it may be. Just feels like an alliance of some kind. So just needed to get this card that dropped. Official person and authority could be something to go together, but let's just go in a little bit deeper. So okay, so I'm being guided to just pull these for the bottom to see if we can see anything else in regards to what this could be linking to. I'm not going to go so much into what it is you've been working on or what you're doing or moving towards in that sense, just because it is showing me keeping cards close to the chest. So, and with it being a general reading, you're going to know if it's for you. So for the Ten of Swords, we've got wealthy man. Four of Pentacles, we've got child, and we've got here occupation, just as we were saying, and then we've got great fortune. Okay, so a mature man at the bottom of the deck. So there could have been that you were working on something, so this mature man could be yourself or someone connected to it, but it feels for me you could have been working with somebody on an idea or to do with something, or worked for them, and now you're making a break to go on out on your own. So there's some kind of disappointment with a male figure. It says wealthy man, but really it's just symbolising somebody that has a job that's working, that's stable, or they've got financial commitments that they manage. That kind of thing doesn't necessarily mean somebody with massive grounds, estates and millions in the bank. It's just really representing the King of Pentacles that we see in the traditional tarot. So with this Four of Pentacles, yes, you're moving forward. So if you're breaking away from the past and moving forward with an idea or what you're doing, branching out on your own, there may be a sense of vulnerability in whatever it is you're working in. Could be a completely new field for you, or I'm getting a sense of like an invention of some kind. So it's like you could have been working on something with someone that was gonna be an idea, an invention, and either they've let you down or something's happened there. You've made the decision to carry on yourself, even though it may have been a bit more of a struggle. And even just for some of you, I'm just being shown, if this is a love situation, that you could have separated from someone that was the financial provider within a home setting, but for whatever reason you're going separate ways and you're taking the children with you. This is for some, not all, and there's that vulnerability in, are you going to be able to manage moving forward and how things are going to work, which it feels that if this is the stage that you're at, you're being shown that yes, you are moving in the direction that you're going to have it all come together. Timing is whatever it's going to be, but ultimately the end is success. So we've got here some kind of stabilizing situation that's happening. And so with our Six of Wands and our throat chakra and occupation, again, it's just symbolizing here that you may be linked to communication of some kind with the work that you do, whether it's even like creative art expression that it is communicating to the general public, or you could work in the services like I'm trying to describe, but something, there's going to be a recognition that you are doing what you were meant to do, and this is why you're going to start seeing things flowing smoothly. This is why also that this part with the strength, that whatever this resistance for you being able to push forward, that you were able to break through that just purely with your resilience and your ability to see things from a higher perspective. There was something here that was linked to the love of what you do, so love of researching, or the love of inventing, creating, or doing. Whatever it is, the original love may be from a child. You've got a skill set that's always been with you. Here it's been nurtured, and you've not been able to ignore the call because it was coming from a higher calling. That's where you've been able to reach a decision with this Two of Swords, and whatever it was, this because you're in alignment, has broken free from that. With this Ten of Swords, there may have been on the other side a reflection back to whatever you went through in the past, because don't forget, you love cycles that repeat themselves or look like they're trying to, but you're seeing here what you've learned from that and how you're able to move forward and navigate yourself into more of a stable position rather than a vulnerable position which may have been from before. It could also represent a child. For some reason, when I'm seeing this move, I'm seeing like a 2-year-old. So a 2-3-year-old child may be significant. It's a girl in the picture, but it feels like it's a boy for some reason. So yeah, okay, so hopefully that's making sense to you. So let's take a look into your great fortune that you are moving forward into, because there's been some kind of shift that's happened in your thinking. So we've got here the Ten of Cups. So we've got love and your crown chakra. So an intuitive knowing that you were always meant to do what you're doing or something along those lines, or to have a particular lifestyle that you that felt right to you. It's like living the wrong life sometimes, and having a vision of what it should be, but actually bridging that gap, which is that rainbow, bridging that gap to actually get there regardless of what past you've been through. That strength and resilience is showing that you followed your calling. So we've got here the Ten of Cups. So whatever this is that you're doing now and applying your energy and effort to, again, it feels with the Ten of Cups, it could be a family business, it could be family legacy, generational links in some way, shape or form, or it could just again be representing a great fortune, deeper sense, because this is now moving into the future of this security, whatever it may be, love, finances, or just a self-appreciation of how far you've come. We've got here the High Priestess, which is with your positive movements forward, and the Five of Pentacles. So some kind of loss may have been predicted or inevitable in order for you to be able to gain this. Not only have you gained this spiritual strength, you've also gained this abundance that has aligned with you, and also with the holding your cards close to the chest, that is also the High Priestess is letting you know that you are holding some kind of information or knowledge of how to do something, or whatever it is. If you've invented something, you're about to expose or share or bring something forward. So it could be something that strengthens the stability, or again, it could, if we're looking at it being a relationship dynamics, and that is representing the family card, that this could also be a secret coming out that unfortunately separates a family situation, and someone moves forward alone with either child or children, whatever it may be. Just to put it out there, with this combination as well, we could possibly be looking at the like we've got here the disappointment, or so it could even be looking at, is somebody the father, or who they are or who they aren't, something like that coming into question. And that's just because of the combination. I've got to put it out there. So yeah, that may be why as well that it was coming up about a 2 or 3 year old child coming into question of some kind. Yeah. Okay, so moving forward, we've got here the Strength card, strength in communicating something and doing it for work. So we've got Judgment. So again, you've made the correct judgment call in order to push through that barrier. And also don't forget, on a spiritual note, if this Two of Swords for you and your situation does represent somebody had been working against you to block your way, judgment will be called on that situation, and there'll be consequences playing out. So it is just, as we're seeing now for many of us, that the more that you are succeeding, the more that it is drawing from those that were actively a part of blocking and stopping. I'm also seeing as well somebody around you that's fading into the background. So somebody that may have been a pest or a thorn in your side, or just an irritant of some kind, that they are fading into the background. Something about oh yeah, just being reminded, something about monitoring spirits. Yeah, So whether that was this reason, just being shown monitoring spirits, watching what you're doing, can't see in. So that's them fading into the background. So just to tap into that a minute. Yeah, so maybe that is why that you've had to keep things close to your chest, because of fear of something getting out and then being used or being used against you. Is something about like personal information or ideas and it being used against you in some way. Whatever that is, you've moved past that now. It won't be able to happen the same. It will be literally that if that's what's been happening, then this judgment is verifying that things will be rebalanced and come from them, and that's what replenishes your part of whatever was taken. Not if it was feeling like time wasted, because that was the lesson that came with it, but someone actively trying to stop and block you in some way, in that sense that there'll be things taken from them. Also, they won't be able to get monitoring spirits in to collect information that they've been needing to. So because they are parasitic, they will then start veering off and leeching their hooks into someone else. So like getting ideas for content of someone else, because they're realizing it's not so easy to be genuine and produce original stuff or work all the time. So they need to do the rounds and siphon off someone, and then when that gets realized and found out, or when their monitoring spirits get shut down, they start powering down, losing energy, and then they've got to tap into a new supply, something like that. Yeah, so you could have someone, or could have had someone around you that you spoke openly to, and they were literally a monitoring spirit collecting your information and sending it back. So we've got here death. So exactly as I was just describing for that example, whatever this Two of Swords is, it's been put to rest. So not only have you made a right judgment call and it stopped the indecision or that underlying subtlety of questioning, is this the right thing to do, or am I going the right way, or should I just leave something alone, or whatever it may have been, that now you're seeing that that bit's been removed, and then you've got that re-healing rebirth, which these will be linked together, and then it's aligning you with where you were supposed to be originally anyway. You're coming full circle and getting what is yours and what was yours. The death, the ending of those that are trying to block, they will be removed. They'll be tied up or caught up with either legal issues of some kind for many, or like marriage issues, or family split dynamics, something that is enough to suck all of their attention, that they need to focus on them rather than you. And that's what it will look like. That's why you'll be seeing them fading from your energy, which is happy days. We've got here the Lovers under the deck. So there may be for some of you something going on with relationship dynamics, or even just the way that you view him in general. Let's see what else we can get. Okay, so let's just see if we can yeah, sorry, strength at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, but I'm just trying to, because I'm aware that I don't want to give too much of your plans of what you're doing away if this is something that you're working through right now. But just obviously it will be confirmation that you are doing the right thing and to keep pushing forward in the direction that you are. So see this Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups and the High Priestess, something that was always known, something that you was always aware of but maybe kept to yourself, and keeping it to yourself would have served a massive purpose, especially with it showing here twice. So you could have been observing something for a period of time, whether it turned out to be a disappointment or a betrayal, but that could have even been a sense of like we're saying with the Five of Pentacles, a loss of some kind, whatever it represents, in order for you to gain this. There was a knowing, or your spirit guide showed you, or you could have had a reading and were shown a process, or some kind of inner knowing. You could have known from a child of something going. You could have had a dream and got a message of some kind through that. Whatever, you could have even gone to a medium and got a message. Whatever it is, it was guaranteed, destined. Again, it's letting us know that whatever this Ten of Swords is with this main male, we'll say, it's coming out, or it was obvious, it was known, it was seen, or it's been exposed, or whatever it is. It's in the past, basically. So we've got here High Priestess and the Ace of Pentacles. Again, new opportunity coming forward, whatever it is. This idea that you've been holding on to, or this change or shift or whatever it was, is definitely leading to great fortune as well. So the Five of Pentacles, that is symbolizing some kind of loss, whatever it may be, will be minimal compared to what you're getting back. So if again it's showing here something taken, blocked, or opportunities missed or whatever, it's fine, because the spiritual growth that you received through that, and because you were following directions, higher guidance with your crown chakra and the High Priestess, it's showing that with that you were abiding by spiritual laws, let's just say, and then judgment was called on a situation by yourself, your spirit guides, or just that divine timing intervened, and then something got shut down, turned around, rebirth, reworked, re-evaluated, and then kick-started again. But the value comes in the past experience. That is where it is. So with that, you're able to move forward to your advantage. That Ace of Pentacles looks like one thing that you are doing and working on that starts this ball rolling, so to say, but actually it ends up being multiple, multiplying into multiple opportunities that spring off from this, because you've been courageous, strong enough, resilient to push forward through the blocks. And so anything that this Two of Swords was trying to stop for you in regards to opportunities, then it will come back tenfold. Seeing something about a job that you could have, a route you could have gone down, working maybe in alliance with a company or a group of some sort, and yeah, and someone's, I don't know, someone's blocked it, or something happened that a work opportunity that should have been yours was sabotaged, and that is going to come back round. But it's something about the company that you should have been aligned with. They possibly could be experiencing financial or legal problems now as well. So this money's coming from somewhere. Judgment, we've got here Two of Swords. So judgment call has been made on something that was blocking your progress forward, whether it was people like we've just been describing, or whether it was something in your thinking that you were having to learn how to make that scary decision. Maybe is it something's failing and I've got to let it go, or is it just it needs adjusting, tweaking, and I've got to keep pushing forward? That is the judgment call that leads to that decision. And then we've got here with this death, we've got the 3 of Cups, so absolutely something to celebrate. Also the death, the ending of a group situation that could have been blocking your way forward. Like we're saying, that's gonna deplete into the background somewhere. Ultimately though, it is showing things to be pleased with, so the next 3 months may be significant. Also I was picking up a 2 or 3 year old, so there's something about 3 weeks, 3 months, and the age also. Yeah, the 18th could be significant, could be a birthday, doesn't have to be, could be someone's age, or could be a child is now 18 and then something's coming out, something along those lines. All right, let's see. So with this 10 of Swords, we've got here the 3 of Swords. So definitely a situation linking with what we've already been through here. That was, yeah, a lot of soul growth that come from it, or it's something that's painful or disappointing, or maybe was raw for a period of time, but then you've had time to get your head around it as you was observing something, especially for those that are dealing with children in a separation. You may have been watching something to gather your evidence or your proof, or to find confirmation for your intuitive judgments, and that then being confirmed. So by the time you've actually taken action, it's gone from a 10 of Swords to a 3 of Swords, because you've had time to process. And that's what your spirit guides will do as well, that they'll help alert you to situations so that you can sit within the situation and find out what you need to know, see what you need to know. And it's a form of healing which speeds up the healing process, because you're getting the answers before something is shut down, and then once something's shut down, everything's shut down, so you don't get the answers that you need, or you can't like stress test something, or you can't try or run something, or you can't put like a question in a conversation and see what comes back. It's all different bits, so that's why your spirit guides will alert you to things, but then you're told to kind of keep it close to your chest. Yeah, look, we've got here the 4 of Pentacles, so holding on to something, the ending of something, the ending of, and I hope we're not looking at the passing of a child, unfortunately. It could mean that I've got to put that out there, so this could be the moving on. Maybe a marriage, a passing of a child, and it's got to the point where that they can't stay together anymore, they're growing separate ways and moving forward. For others of you, it could be paying for a paternity test and then finding out that that's not their child, and then the ending comes there. Could even be somebody trying to stop that happening, and then a questioning of why do they keep trying to stop it. Whatever it is, it's that's one aspect for you. For others of you, it's showing here as well an ending to having to the insecurity, an ending to that, and rebirth and transformation. It's showing here an ending to struggles with finances, if that's been an issue. Maybe as well, if you've been inventing something, you've had to pay out for materials, resources, something like that, in order to create whatever it is or you've been doing, or transition from one job to another. There could have been a loss of finances in the mix, whatever it could be, but this is showing here a transformation of finances and an end to loss in some way, shape or form. So with our Two of Swords and our occupation, we've got here our throat chakra. So oh look, and that's jumped out. So there could have been something that you, again, it's a confirming, isn't it? Something you were working on that incurred some kind of a loss or appeared to, but now with this jumping out, as you just saw it did, it's in the reverse. So again, it's mirroring everything. It's coming back. Once that block has happened, or once you've shifted that mindset or changed something, or whatever it may be to do with your occupation, whatever you're working on, it reverses that Five of Pentacles into great fortune is next. So it's got to come from somewhere. It's working in a cycle, so it's always rebalancing itself. So it's taking for one and giving to another. That Six of Pentacles, equal give and take. But if something's just always taking from a situation, it can't be replenished enough to nourish again. So it starts becoming one-sided, too heavy. And if we're throwing with a judgment being called on a situation, that some kind of unjust has been going on, whatever it may be, even if it's some kind of big lie that's been happening, like for this. Also, if it was, for example, talking about finding out a child wasn't somebody's, then it's like putting a stop to finances that have been being paid out. Or again, if this child's now 18, then those finances will stop and moving forward solo. So coming forward with your Three of Cups, something that's going to make you happy, something that you're enjoying, you're living in tune and in alignment with the soul. Sometimes it takes a Ten of Swords situation to happen in order for you to be able to break free and your heart be open full capacity. Sometimes if this stage is being resisted, then we've got Judgment gets called on a situation, and then the Tower card will happen. So we've got here finally, breaking free of conflict and struggles, or being bound to whatever in order to gain that great fortune. They just both come out together. Yeah, and then we've got Queen of Cups just surrounding that. So Queen of Cups, High Priestess. So this could be your self-collective, or it could be your the person you're dealing with, somebody you're connected to, or it could literally be somebody that you went to, predicted this, and here it is, it's come full cycle and it's happening again. And there we go, we've got the Ace of Swords underneath the bottom of the deck. So all of this, it just finally confirms whatever aspect, perspective you're taking this from, whatever way you're viewing it, it is still ending with that is the truth. Yay. Okay, so let's just take some of our angel cards and see what kind of guidance we've got moving forward. Please like and subscribe if you were able to resonate with any of this. I really loved this reading. It was able to capture lots of perspectives for many of you. We will take that and those. All right, so we've got here the Nine of Raphael. Make a wish, dreams become reality, a joyful time of life. Page of Ariel. reliable, clever, educated, balanced. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work. Number 15, decision. Release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox. Unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. And that's exactly that with the strength card, isn't it? It's just pushing through that barrier and knowing you do have the confidence to and the strength, everything that you need to get through to that winning position. And it's just breaking through that that limiting belief, literally. And if it was people, then higher guidance has come in and assisted you with divine intervention to remove them. Yay! So there you go, that is your reading for today, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.